Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome once again to NoDQ&AV video right here on NoDQ.com and the YouTube channel. As you can see, I am starting to get into the Halloween spirit. It is fall now, almost October. WWE Battleground is coming up. Got a lot of questions here from spring.me/Aaron Rift. So, as I always say, let's get right down to it. First one today comes from Big Papa Zagon. I thought Goldust and Cody making their appearance and attacking the Shield out of the crowd on last night's Raw was a great moment. What are your thoughts? And I also got a question here from Showstoppa526. Hey Aaron, do you think that the Cody Rhodes and Goldust run-in would have been better if Dustin didn't put on the face paint? It felt just generally staged. Obviously it was, but you get my point. Also, congrats on getting to go to the Breaking Bad series finale. Well, I'll address the Breaking Bad deal at the very end of the video since this is a wrestling series after all. I enjoyed the Goldust and Cody Rhodes run, and I thought it was well done. I like the idea that Goldust and Cody are these rebels coming out there when they're not working for the company and, breaking the rules. So I thought that that was well done. As far as Goldust wearing the makeup, yeah, I think it would have been better if he came out there without the makeup. I think that that would have made it a little bit more believable, but I could see WWE wanting him to have the face paint so a lot of the newer fans and younger fans would recognize him. I mean, how many of the current fan base fans would recognize Goldust as Dustin Rhodes without the face paint? So, I could see why WWE would have him out there with face paint. I mean, that's part of his identity as Goldust. And you have to do that when he's not a regular character. I mean, he hasn't been around all that much. So to me, it wasn't a huge deal. It's not like him coming out there with face paint killed the angle. I think it was fine as it was. And I think that this whole segment was a good way to build up the Rhodes family versus McMahon family storyline, or the Rhodes family versus the Shield, whatever WWE has planned for this storyline. All right, this one comes from Kayfabe Candy Ass. While I thought the main event of Raw was somewhat exciting, where's the logic in putting a heel stable of 3 against 11 babyfaces? And another question here from Damio88. Hey Aaron, what's going on with Triple H? Is he still a heel, and what's with the music change? Yeah, I did enjoy the Raw main event this week. I was entertained by it, but yeah, I mean, it was definitely confusing. Usually you have the odds stacked against the babyfaces, where it's 3 babyfaces against 11 heels. And typically when you do the opposite, it's because the babyface authority figure is punishing the heels. But Triple H is supposed to be a heel, so what's the deal? I mean, for the past few weeks, Triple H has been in this tweener role, I guess. He's been going back and forth between a babyface and a heel. Maybe it's being done on purpose by WWE, and it's going to lead to Vince coming back and getting involved. And I'll address this right now. This question comes from Brandon Couch 3. Hey Aaron, big question. Where is good old Vince McMahon when you need him? I think he should come back as a babyface and align himself with Daniel Bryan and the other faces being tortured by Triple H and Stephanie, and possibly bringing Cody Rhodes back to TV. The only problem with that is that Vince is a guy who we all know doesn't like the Daniel Bryans all that much, and Vince was out there making fun of his height. So for Vince to come out and all of a sudden align himself with Daniel Bryan, I mean, doesn't make a whole logical sense, and it goes against the Vince McMahon as a character and as a promoter that we've known all these years. I mean, yeah, this whole storyline is definitely confusing, and it's not really been clearly defined who's supposed to be the heel. I mean, the only one that I feel it has really been a full-fledged heel in all this is Stephanie McMahon. I mean, she's been tremendous, and she's always been the heel. But with Triple H, it's been going back and forth. So I'm not really sure what the deal is. And yeah, the Raw main event was weird, but it was entertaining. It was a very good match, and it was exciting. And as far as Triple H with the music, changing his theme all the time, I mean, he's been doing that for years. He was going back and forth between King of Kings and the Motorhead song. He was doing that back in 2006. I mean, that's nothing new. I'm expecting at some point this storyline will conclude at WrestleMania and somebody's going to make a big turn. Will Vince turn and join up with Daniel Bryan? I mean, it's possible, but you know, like I said, that wouldn't make a whole lot of logical sense. But then again, this whole storyline has been very confusing, so I don't know. All right, this one comes from the Potato Lord. I am pissed that Curtis Axel is the IC champion. He's just used to advanced feuds involving Heyman, and the title gives him no credibility. It almost feels like Paul Heyman is the IC champion, and Curtis Axel just defends it. Your thoughts? Well, I liked the idea at first of Curtis Axel being aligned with Paul Heyman and doing something to try to give him the rub. The problem is that Curtis Axel just isn't standing out. In this feud with CM Punk, I mean, Curtis Axel has basically just been a body. He's just been a guy that's been there on the sideline and helping Paul Heyman. The feud's really been about CM Punk and Paul Heyman. So, yeah, I don't think that the IC title has really elevated Curtis Axel, and Curtis Axel certainly hasn't elevated the IC title. So, you know, I think it might be time to end this experiment and put the title on somebody else. But, you know, whatever. I'm not all that upset about it. I mean, the IC title hasn't meant much in years, and I suppose it's better that it stays on one guy for a long period of time rather than changing the title around every week. So, like I said, whatever. All right, this one comes from XDDBFresh429X. Okay. Hey, Aaron, long-time watcher, first-time asker. All right. Keep up the good work. Thank you for that. On the following Raw, since the Big Show knocked out Miz without any hesitation, does this solidify another Big Show heel turn? Also, how did you feel about the segment? I was fine with the segment, as I mentioned earlier. I thought Stephanie was tremendous coming out there and just ripping into the Miz and just being a great heel. As far as Big Show knocking out Miz, I don't know if this means Big Show's turning heel or if this is the start of a Big Show heel turn. Or maybe, you know, Big Show's just annoyed by the Miz like everybody else and just knocked him out because he's annoying. So, you know, I don't know what the direction is with Big Show and what you do with him. I mean, he's gone back and forth so many times between babyface and heel. You know, anything would not surprise me at this point. All right, last question today comes from John316 with the funky spelling. Hey, Aaron, damn, that's got to be the biggest pop ever, CM Punk's homecoming. Where would you rate this in the biggest pops of all time? Also, what are your thoughts about CM Punk's Attitude Era type promo with the cursing and all the swearing? Okay, here we go again. People ask me, CM Punk doing a promo where he uses a little bit of profanity. Does this mean the Attitude Era is coming back? No. I didn't really see it as an Attitude Era type promo. It just seemed like your typical CM Punk promo to me. Only he was kissing Chicago's ass for 10 minutes and it got a little bit tedious. So, I mean, the promo was okay. I actually liked the stuff with Paul Heyman when he came out and the whole setup where Heyman was pretending to be more hurt than he was. And then there was the ambush with Ryback and Curtis Axel coming out. And then Ryback doing the press slam through the table onto CM Punk. So, you know, I thought that was a good part of the segment. CM Punk's promo, I could really take it or leave it, to be honest. I mean, it was just him going out there and killing time, essentially, just putting over the Chicago fans. As far as the pop, I mean, I wasn't there, but it seemed like a big pop. I don't know if it was an Austin-level pop or a Hulk Hogan-level pop, but yeah, I mean, it was among the bigger pops we've heard on a WWE broadcast in some time. And, you know, that there's no surprise there since it was in Chicago. You know, Chicago is one of the better WWE cities, top 5, no question. So I figured that they would be hot for the show and especially hot for CM Punk. So really no surprise. I mean, it's in Chicago and one would expect CM Punk to get that kind of reaction. All right, that'll wrap things up for this edition of NoDQ&A video. Subscribe, youtube.com/NoDQCAW. Check out the other editions of NoDQ&A video. Make sure you watch episode number 358 and 359 if you haven't already. A little bit disappointing view counts on those videos. Not sure what happened, but hoping to get those over 10,000 soon. So check out those videos and share them on Facebook and Twitter, and keep spreading the word. And yeah, this Sunday is the end of Breaking Bad, and I was lucky enough to get tickets to the finale screening at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, and the cast is going to be there, so that's going to be something really cool. And it's funny about Breaking Bad because it's kind of spoiled me when it comes to television, and now anytime I watch a TV show, I'm always trying to compare it to Breaking Bad. Even Raw now, I mean, television just isn't the same to me after Breaking Bad. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that, and WWE Battleground coming up. Stay tuned to NoDQ.com for all the very latest regarding Battleground. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time for more NoDQ&A video.